Every single day, we log on, we scroll, we double tap, and we search. We kind of just treat the web like this fully mapped territory, right? Like a familiar neighborhood where absolutely everything makes sense. But just beyond the edges of your everyday social media feeds and news sites, well, there lies a very different digital landscape. Today, in this explainer, we're going into the dark. We're exploring the most bizarre, unsettling, and entirely unsolved events ever documented online. And guys, these aren't just spooky campfire stories. These are real digital footprints left behind by completely unknown entities.
It's a pretty chilling thought, isn't it? What if the internet is hiding secrets even the FBI can't solve? We're talking about hidden websites that require insanely complex cryptography just to access, encrypted messages broadcast literally in plain sight, and in the most unsettling cases, real people who just vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a trail of digital breadcrumbs. These are the internet's greatest unsolved mysteries, puzzles so wild and complex that expert hackers, millions of web sleuths, and even federal law enforcement have hit absolute dead ends.
And to really put the scale of what we're dealing with into perspective, we are talking about billions. The internet stores billions of pages of perfectly ordinary information. Recipes, weather reports, Wikipedia articles, and, endless cat pictures. But actually, scratch that. We're going to completely ignore all of that everyday stuff today. Instead, our explainer is going to focus on a tiny, microscopic, incredibly dark fraction of that data. A fraction that completely defies logic, resists decryption, and to this day remains utterly unexplained.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. Cryptic Codes and Puzzles.
The sheer scale of the Cicada 3301 puzzle is absolutely staggering. It's like a giant puzzle that spread like wildfire. It started back in year 1 with this simple, really eerie image posted online claiming they were looking for highly intelligent individuals. Hidden deep within the code of that image was a puzzle. And solving it, well, that just led to another puzzle, and then another, involving obscure literature, data security, and hardcore cryptography. But then in year 2, things got incredibly real. The digital hunt literally bled into the physical world. GPS coordinates were dropped online, leading solvers to actual physical posters taped to telephone poles everywhere from Warsaw to Seoul to Seattle. And yet, by year 3, and even today, the creators remain a total mystery. Was it a recruitment tool for the CIA, a secret society, a massive cyber mercenary group? Honestly, nobody knows.
And that brings us to another highly deliberate puzzle, one that feels ripped straight out of a Hollywood spy thriller. A hidden website, encrypted messages, and alleged mercenary ties. This is the chilling summary of a mystery known as Lake City Quiet Pills. It all began when digital detectives on Reddit started noticing some really strange behavior from a recently deceased user. Following that digital trail, they stumbled onto something that felt way over their heads.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how deep these rabbit holes can go. Everyday Reddit users acting as amateur sleuths uncovered clues that led them straight to a secret, hidden website. Hidden within the HTML code of that site were encrypted messages. When they finally decoded them, these messages didn't read like your average internet trolls. No, they read like actual job postings for off-the-books assassinations and alleged connections to real-world mercenaries. So was it just a highly sophisticated role-playing game, or had everyday internet users accidentally stumbled onto a communications hub for an illegal international hit squad? Despite massive investigative efforts, the truth remains entirely unknown.
Section 2. Bizarre Digital Anomalies. Endless, bizarre, random text strings generated by an unknown AI. This perfectly captures the eerie, uncanny valley nature of the Markovian parallax denigrate. Back in the early days of the internet, way before modern social media, millions of bizarre, seemingly random text strings began flooding discussion boards. It was endless. The text read like a highly sophisticated but completely broken artificial intelligence just trying to communicate. For years, this fueled massive internet theories. Were these hidden spy messages passing data in plain sight? Was it the very first documented instance of a rogue AI? The sheer volume and relentless nature of those posts made it one of the earliest and honestly creepiest digital anomalies ever recorded.
Now, there is an incredible contrast between myth and reality online. Take the terrifying legend of the Wyoming Incident. The story goes that a local television broadcast was hijacked by an unknown hacker, replacing the evening news with floating, disembodied heads and text that read, "You will see such pretty things." It was absolutely terrifying, and the video circulated online for years as a genuine unsolved crime. But the truth? It's a prime example of how the internet creates its own myths. It was entirely fake. It was a piece of viral horror fiction created on an internet forum that got taken totally out of context and just accepted as reality by millions. We see a very similar twist with the Webdriver Torso channel. First, the mystery. A YouTube channel suddenly uploads thousands of 10-second videos showing nothing but strange red and blue rectangles and these weird beeping noises. The internet completely exploded. People swore up and down it was a modern number station for spies or aliens or secret government codes. The tension and conspiracy theories were palpable. And then we got the verified explanation. It was just Google. Yeah, they were literally just running automated testing for video compression algorithms. It's a fantastic reminder that sometimes what looks like a terrifying conspiracy is just mundane corporate software doing its job.
Section 3. Vanished users and hidden webs. This builds a much darker narrative surrounding some of the most mysterious Reddit posts in history. Because we aren't talking about forgotten passwords here. We are talking about unexplained human disappearances in the real world, prefaced by cryptic and chilling final posts online. Users asking strange questions about being followed or posting frantic messages about feeling unsafe, only for their accounts to vanish forever at the exact same time they go missing in real life. Digital detectives spend years seeking answers, poring over these final words, desperately trying to find a clue that the police might have missed.
And of course, when people start looking for dark answers, their search inevitably leads here, the deep web, where digital legends blur with hidden, unverified reality. The deep web, and its more inaccessible counterpart, the dark web, is absolutely real. It utilizes hidden services and anonymous networks like Tor. But we have to be really careful to separate the facts from the myth here. While it definitely is a hub for strange forums, illegal marketplaces, and whistleblowers seeking anonymity, many of the terrifying legends you hear about are just exaggerated digital myths. It's a shadowy place for sure, but one where internet folklore often outpaces the actual reality.
Section 4. The truth and theories.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the concept of alternate reality games, or ARGs. These are interactive network narratives that use the real world as a platform to tell a story or market a product. We have to acknowledge that some of the most terrifying mysteries we've discussed today might actually just be incredibly sophisticated viral marketing stunts. A brilliant game designer or a massive corporation can create a digital trail so convincing and so intricate that millions of people genuinely believe it's a real-world conspiracy.
So, the crucial point is that our biggest explanations exist on a massive spectrum. On one end, you have wild speculation, government experiments, secret organizations, intelligence agencies recruiting hackers. On the completely other end, you have the hard evidence, early AI-generated text, online marketing stunts, and RGGs. The most fascinating part of exploring the internet is that any single mystery could belong to either end of that spectrum. We just don't have the missing puzzle piece to tell us which is which.
As we wrap up this explainer, the takeaways are pretty clear. Some mysteries are explicitly designed to confuse us. Some, like the Webdriver Torso, have perfectly ordinary explanations that just took a while to discover. But all of them remain absolutely fascinating. They remind us that the internet isn't just a sterile library of data. It's a wild, untamed frontier. And until the final missing pieces are found, these stories will continue to captivate millions of us around the world.
I want to leave you all with this question. Which internet mystery do you think is the creepiest? Is it the massive organized intelligence behind Cicada 3301, the unsettling mercenary connections of Lake City quiet pills, or the real-world disappearances linked to cryptic forum posts? Think about it the next time you're scrolling late at night. There is always more beneath the surface. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and never assume you know everything hiding in the dark corners of the web.